Alright guys, we're back in the shop for a customer project. I need to turn this into a porch post and have it installed by tomorrow. And I've already blown the budget on this. But I want you to tell me what you would charge for a porch post build on about a 1-day turnaround deadline. I'll let you know what I charged. But first we got to get this thing built, because I am way behind schedule, and I've done this to myself, and I don't know why I do this, but I do this all the time. I've already gotten the measurements on the existing porch post that we are going to replace. It's 8 feet tall, it's about 6 1/4 wide total, and it's currently just a hollow post. So that's what we're going to go back with. I have 4 1x8 cedar and a couple cedar pickets. This is going to be to jazz it up a little bit, you'll see that later. So I think the first thing we're going to do is break out the old Delta table saw and rip these down to 5 1/2, and that should leave me with a nice 1x6. Alright, I'm going to try to be less stupid about this stuff than I normally am. Put a hat on, just keep the sawdust out of my thinning gray hair. N95, and I'm going to actually wear my prescription safety glasses. And to save the little bit left of my hearing, I'm going to put these on. Alright, I've got my 4 5 1/2 inch wide pieces. What I think I'm going to do for the glue up is take those scraps that I just cut off, and I'm going to glue and tack them onto each piece, so it'll give me a little thicker purchase area for the glue and the fasteners. I did that on a different porch post that I did a while back. You can check out that video here. I guess I need to tidy up, and I need to find all my glue and my nail gun or my staple gun or clamps or whatever. Alright, I'm a little more organized besides the hose I have there for the staple gun. I do not have any Type Bond 3. I'm going with Type Bond 2. Seeing how this is a covered porch, we're going to say that it should hold up. If you disagree, let me know down below. You know, the thing is, when you don't know exactly what you're doing, when you're a little out of your comfort zone, just go for it. Figure it out as you go. There's a life lesson for you. Free of charge. I'll tell you what I don't want to do is have to go buy more material to fix a mistake on a job that I'm already underwater on. Alright, I've got you guys moved so you can see the full glue up here. Look who is here, it's the shop dog. Hi. You know you shouldn't be outside naked. Alright, run along. Bye-bye. And look what I did dig up. Type Bond 3. Oh my goodness. Well, let me clean that up. And then, to show you again, I got Type Bond 3 for the outside glue up. That one was way too much. We're going to go through this whole bottle. Oh yeah, it's dripping on the floor. Oozing out the front. Oh Lord. Oh, Terry. Put it reverse, Terry. What are you doing? I'm going to take a break and maybe go grab some lunch, and I'll be back. We'll glue up the other side, and then we'll glue the two sides together at some point, and then at some point, hopefully, you know, before the deadline, this will be installed. The moment we've all been waiting for. I'm going to try to do a little less glue than we did on that last one, because that was a little crazy. I still end up with it everywhere. I need to get one of those little silicone brushes. My wife has one for basting in the kitchen. Maybe I could steal that one. I mean, I'll put it back when I'm done. Alright, let's see what happens here. I'm going to really quick fill these holes. And then it goes against my better judgment, but I may sand this rough part of the cedar down real quick. Just like hit it with an 80 and just take the fuzzy parts off of it. Whew, gotta get out here in the fresh air. I think we got ourselves a post. And it actually squared itself up pretty well. I'm gonna cut up a few more pieces, and I'm gonna take this over to the job and meet you guys there. You remember where it's at, right? Man, it's about time you guys showed up. I already got the old post removed. Let me show you what I got going on with the new one. I put a treated base on it that I used a Forstner bit to kind of groove out so that's not soaking up a bunch of moisture. And I have a top on it, and I have it cut to my length already. The porch is pitched this way, so we already have that accounted for on the post. It's about an 1/8 inch taller here, and it should fit in that pocket, I hope. There we go. That looks pretty good. We're going with the friction fit on the bottom, at least for now, because remember I said that this had to be done today. The house is getting re-sided, and this post needed to be in beforehand. Well, they wanted it in beforehand. So if there's an issue down the line, I can come back and tack it to the porch. All right, now that the post is in, I'm going to finish it up. I will meet you guys back at the shop, and we'll talk about why this thing went off the rails budget-wise, and I'll show you how it turned out. All right, let's cross that project off the list. I ran a bunch of 3-inch screws up through the top, and then I took a little artistic liberty and put some very fancy trim on it. So now the big reveal on the budget. I had $130 in material into that, plus some scrap that I already had laying around, and I got $0 for it, because I was doing that for a friend. That's why the budget was blown. But I still want to know what you guys would charge for something like that. So thank you guys for watching this kind of quick video of a shop project, and I'm going to get back to the big framing video shortly. Stay tuned.